everyone, and welcome back to the Winter Season Showdowns. My name is axeltoss, joined by axslav. You're currently watching a Heart of the Storm best of 5 between Stephano and Titan, where Stephano has taken the early 1-0 advantage, well on his way to getting that spot in Dallas. But best of 5, just because you win the first one, doesn't mean much at all. Historically, we've had actually, I think every single time the first player, whoever get one game one, won the whole thing.
Yes.
Now that I think about it, but Titans Protoss, and we haven't had Zergs haven't been doing so well lately.
It's true.
But before we get into game 2, a couple quick plugs we want to do. Of course, youtube.com/officialmlgse2. It's a new StarCraft 2 channel we have here at MLG. Of course, we used to have youtube.com/majorleaguegaming. That's still there, but we wanted game-specific YouTube channels, and we want to make sure you guys are aware of that. So here we are, youtube.com/officialmlgse2. Plenty of awesome content. In fact, every single game from the Winter Season Showdowns is available in full 1080p HD. Sase versus Snoot, if you missed that, it's here. Baby Knight versus Nurchio, if you missed that, it's here. Parting versus Fantasy, if you missed that, it's here. I can go on and on and on and on. It's all right here, 1080p HD. Take advantage of that. It's there for you. Also, we have some other cool stuff we're doing. Comment of the Day is something that I've been doing here, where I basically talk about something and encourage discussion, and the latest one is actually about StarCraft puns, and I'm encouraging people to make comments on what the best puns are related to StarCraft 2, and I will give my favorite one a beta key. So definitely take advantage of that. A lot of really funny ones in there. Definitely go take a look. And currently, right now, it looks like we are at 4,828 subscribers. I really want to get to 5,000 because we have a lot of beta keys to give away, and the beta is almost up. So we actually have to get rid of them. So what better excuse than to get to 5,000 so we can actually make that happen? So check out the YouTube. Feel free to subscribe and check out the awesome content in 1080p HD. Also, MLG Pro Shop. If you're looking for peripheral, if you're looking for gunners, we have some stuff down here that we can show off a little bit. Oh, okay. I guess we're going to show the screen here. MLGProShop.com. You want to go to that. T-shirts, hoodies, Nike merchandise, MLG gaming equipment, gift packs, etc., etc. Valentine's Day is coming up, so if you want to get your significant other some MLG gear, I'm sure they would appreciate. Look no further than the MLGProShop.com. You know, there's backpacks as well and T-shirts, so awesome source for you guys there. That being said, Game 2, Stephano versus Titan. I say we get into it.
I say we get into it as well. Game 1 was pretty interesting. I felt Titan had the lead. Just needed a little bit better force fields, and of course, you can't have your army in the middle and get caught off guard.
Yeah.
You always have to be aware of what's around your army, and he just got totally blindsided by Stephano there coming over the northern section of Daybreak, and that's a mistake you can't make in any strategy game or any war situation. You're like, well, I lost because I didn't know they were there. It's like, well,
that's kind of a deal. That's kind of StarCraft 2.
Yeah. You gotta always keep tabs of your opponent's forces.
Yeah, I mean, he did great. I loved his opening, doing that light zealot aggression. It's okay to lose zealots at that point in the game. That
worked out beautifully for him. The execution was great there. The follow-up with the third base, the mass sentries to defend it was great. Just the engagements, Stephano just came out a little bit ahead there.
Just took way too much damage there in those engagements. Of course, had he put down Photon Overcharge a little bit sooner, had the force fields been a little bit better at that first engagement, at his natural expansion, who knows how that game would have proceeded. But as it stood, Stephano able to take advantage of missed force fields there from his opponent, able to get up close and personal with those roaches and hydras, and able to convert himself a victory in game number 1. This is game number 2. In the top right-hand location, we have the Red Zerg player, Stephano, representing Team Evil Geniuses. On Cloud Kingdom in the bottom left-hand location is his opponent, Titan from Team Roxkiss, currently down 0-1, has some work to do. But again, a very good, very underrated, in my opinion, Protoss player is Titan. And looking at his strategy overall in the last game, I was very happy with it. I mean, again, we talked about it, the early zealot aggression followed up by the Oracle. Got so many drone kills, just unable to hold that aggression from Stephano. So we'll have to see how both of these players adjust going into game number 2.
Those Warcalls really did wonders.
Yep.
It's kind of refreshing to see. We first saw a ton of Warcall harass, and then what happened is people are like, well, my opponents are getting ready to defend it. And because the Oracle only has 4 range, it's really, really hard to harass someone if they have, you know, like, units there. Just because you can't really pick at the workers without getting close to them, then your Oracle can die because it's so frail. So we kind of seen people, like, lay back on Oracle harassing a bit. It was really nice to see Titan use it again and say, you know what? The Oracle may be frail, but if it only has one queen, I'll kill like 9 or 10 drones before I'll go down. So it's definitely a worthwhile trade for me. And what I'm really interested in is if you could have kept those Oracles alive, would you have been using that Revelation ability that that you can use to kind of keep track of your opponent's army? Because that would be invaluable against someone going Roach Hydra, where the positioning is just crucial to handling those engagements.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about, like, needing an observer everywhere. You talk about having to hallucinate phoenixes and whatnot. But as you said, in Vision, that could be a great tool for Protoss players to find out where their opponent is and where they're going. They even, I think Blizzard even extended the time of that, I want to say.
They extended the Envision, which makes it a detector.
Mm-hmm.
The Revelation.
Got
Revelation is the one that you see the units and you get their vision for a minute.
What's the length on that?
It's 1 minute.
Okay.
Which is a long time.
That's a long time, yeah.
It is, yeah. That's 2 warp gate cycles, the units in. If your opponent's afraid to attack you for a minute, it gives you plenty of time to, like you mentioned, maybe take up the Colossi, or in that case it was Storm, was his area of effect damage of choice. This game, though, so far, we're seeing a different opening from Stephano. I think he realized, like we did, that Mothership Zealot aggression is so strong if the Zerg delays their gas along Stephano. Very fast layer this game.
Cloud Kingdom is also, a shorter map compared to the last one, so the Mothership Core to actually get over to this third, it's not going to take that long. There's lots of places that pylons can be hidden as well. So we'll have to see what Stephano's up to, starting that Roach Warren already.
That's a really fast Roach Warren.
So likely going to see Roach aggression, I would think.
So there's 2...
like Roach...
It's weird.
He got a layer, so it's
yeah.
Like
I mean, this is a bad map for Nidus, though. Where's he gonna put it? Maybe it's some type of weird Telling Claws rush, or maybe just a Speed Roach rush through the front door. I'm not sure if I can see that working too well. As long as Titan can scout it out, of course, you can just add in, plenty of sentries, and he should be fine. Titan looks like he's again going for the similar type build, the fast +1 weapons. Getting that warp gate, not chrono boosting warp gate too much. So I think it's because he didn't see a third base. And so now there's alarm bells going off in his head. There's no third base. What's going on? Expect to see plenty of sentries being produced because those are your key defenders at this point of the game.
All right, we see Stephano utilizing that quick layer to get a very fast Roach speed. So definitely going to have a lot of Roaches in production, which means he's going to be able to scuttle across the map quite quickly. The question is, can Titan get the appropriate defenses out before the Roaches can do too much damage? Because Stephano already has 5 Roaches on the field with 6 Roaches in production, now 7. It's important to note Stephano's investing a lot into these Roaches, which means he's sacrificing his drone count, only at 34 drones, so Stephano kind of has to do damage here.
I never realized you could get Speed Roaches out this fast in a game. I mean, the warp gate's not even done yet.
Yeah.
And he's already got hordes of Roaches scuttling across the map. Titan could be in actually a world of trouble here. I mean, he's got a couple of force fields, but if he loses that forge and gateway at the front, that's gonna can't build more cannons.
If that forge should finish its +1 upgrade.
If Stephano goes straight forward, I think you could stop it. Instead, going for the pylon.
That could do.
That pylon's that everything's depowered.
Yeah. Okay, it's going to be close. The upgrade is very close to finishing here, but Stephano is targeting down that pylon. 155 out of 160, but no, the upgrade is not going to be able to complete. Stephano still extending a bunch of Roaches across the field here. 6 more in production, has 17 on the field. Titan doesn't have many units at all.
He's not building cannons either.
3 Stalkers, 3 Sentries, and a Zealot, and he has to be in shock. Oh my gosh, Stephano, how do you have this many Speed Roaches on the field? But here comes the Mothership Core to help out, but I'm not sure that's even going to be enough.
It's kind of just tickling the Roaches. The Roaches saying, that's okay, we can take it. No more force fields, no more cannons in construction. Of course, the Forge went down, so we can't do that. The Probes have to fight. There's no energy for a Photon Overcharge. This is a horrible situation for a Protoss player to be in.
Yeah, if we're looking at the units from Titan here, there's 2 Stalkers on the high ground trying to get damage done, but we still have...
There's no Immortal being built either.
Ridiculous amount of Roaches on the ground. 18 Roaches behind this. Stephano was able to squeeze in some drones as well. And Titan has an answer. Stephano's up 91 to 30 in supply. Titan throwing down the GG, wondering what went wrong there. And he's got the lack of a third, but how do you really guess that's coming there from Stephano? I guess you have to see the Roaches coming from the get-go.
We know one thing we saw Baby Knight used is if he saw his opponent had no third base, he got the Mothership Core out a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Because Titan really pushed that back in favor of economy.
That's such a good point.
Which I think is a fine choice if your opponent's macroing up as well.
Which Stephano is known to do, but again, he saw the lack of a third.
Maybe currently around the Mothership Core a little bit faster. It might have had enough energy for Photon Overcharge there. Also, I was really shocked he didn't build more cannons. He had about 800 minerals, which is fairly normal because he's about to put on a bunch of gateways. But the gateways aren't getting held because they won't get up in time. But if you throw down right when that first attack hit, if you threw down 4 or 5 cannons, yeah. I mean, his force fields would have bought him time to get those cannons up. Of course, the wall has to die first. Interesting choice of him, though, just going for those gateways into main. Didn't quite get them finished in time to really utilize that warping.
Just trying to get as many units out as possible, but like 20 roaches were at his front door in the matter of seconds. So very tough game there for Titan. And now Stephano is going to be up 2-0 in this best of 5. Of course, Titan has some work to do. He is now tasked with winning 3 games in a row to get that qualification spot in Dallas, Texas at the Winter Championship. Stephano is 1 win away, up 2-0 against Titan. Game 3 coming up.